Welcome to the Sports Insider Pro Daily Fantasy Football Podcast. From cash games to GPPs, we'll give you the info you need with breakdowns of all the games and key matchups to help you create your lineup. And now, here are your hosts, Ryan Hickswa and Justin Alvarez.
Hello, Insiders. I am Ryan Hickswa. As always, my co-host alongside me is Justin Alvarez. How are you doing tonight, Justin?
Great. Can't complain.
Yeah. You ready for week 2?
Definitely ready for week 2.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to get over week 1. You know, it was kind of a tough stack them in, fit them in lineup with DJ and Bell, but that's why we got this week. We get to do it all over again and learn.
It was ugly, but I still came away with making some money, so I'm not mad about it. And it only gets easier the more weeks we see. So yeah, let's dive in.
All right, let's start off. Our first game of the week is Cleveland at Baltimore. The over/under is 40.5. Baltimore has an implied team total of 24. Cleveland 16.5. I mean, I'm not really looking at anyone here. Maybe the best play is probably the Ravens defense if you want to go there.
I agree.
I still think Kaiser showed us a lot this past week. I think he's going to be, a fantasy darling of the season. He's going to have a high floor with his running, but I still don't think this is the week for it.
I agree completely. Like, this Baltimore defense is really good. There's no point in trying to force him in. I get it. People like him. He's going to do all right this season, I think.
Yeah, I think there'll be good matchups for him. But
exactly.
Again, against a Baltimore defense that came out really strong last week, I think we still have we have to find some more and watch a little bit more of him. I guess the only place I would really look is the Baltimore side. Are we looking at any of their running backs? I know Javorius Allen, had some play, but I just don't think it's good enough,
I'm actually, not trying to target the Browns now as a defense. My whole point being, we saw Le'Veon Bell, he didn't go off. And,
right.
I know it's 1 week, but there have been improvements. Like I said on the last podcast, the Browns were going to be a little bit better. We had to wait and see, but it showed. And you actually had Ben Roethlisberger saying after the game, he was surprised and people are going to be surprised with them. So I'm not trying to pick on them whatsoever, especially in the running game. If they're stopping Le'Veon Bell,
right.
Why? Who else is going to really go do anything? So my whole position on this would be only the throwing game, but with such a low total, they're projected to score 24.25, but I'm not interested really in anyone. Maybe Mike Wallace in a GPP. Macklin had a touchdown last week, but it was against a poor defense, I think. So I think that's not going to happen much. So yeah, I don't love this spot. It's probably going to be an ugly game like the game tonight.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Let's go to our next game. Something a little bit more to talk about. We have Buffalo at Carolina. Total of 42.5. With Carolina at 24.75 and Buffalo at 17.75. Here we have some fun stuff to talk about now. Obviously, we know the Jets. Buffalo took care of what they had to do against the Jets. Now they got a test going to Carolina. I'm intrigued to see, where we're gonna go here. You still have to think about Shady. He's touched the ball 25 times last week.
Yep.
He's going to get the work in the passing game, and I think Buffalo's, if the script plays right, they're going to be down. So he's going to get those catches and the in-between work. Tolbert's there. He showed that, he's part of the plan, not just a touchdown vulture. But still,
yep.
I think McCoy is obviously a look now that DJ's out, not to bury the lead. But Where are you looking
Everyone
to go?
should know that. But
Yeah, right.
I don't mind McCoy. Like we said before, opportunity, volume, carries, touches, everything that matters the most, really. Like we saw, Fournette, he had a bunch of touches and it was viable in fantasy, even if it wasn't the best spot. But I do like other spots in general this week, and I don't think you need to force him in. And I really don't think he's gonna have the biggest day. That Carolina defense isn't terrible.
Right.
So again, another spot, at least for the Bills. I'm not looking their way at all. Like their wide receivers don't scare me at all. Like against any defense. Hopefully someone emerges, but I don't think that's going to happen. And Clay is their biggest guy right now to go to. I mean, but look, I get it. Like they're going to be running the ball, getting down to the end zone. Then all you need is Clay or McCoy and Tolbert. Like that works. It's fine.
Sure.
It's just I don't think it's enough value for what you're paying for those guys, especially this week. There's going to be greater matchups where you definitely want to.
I think if you want to be contrarian, this might be a fun game to look at. 42 is a low total. I mean, there's only a couple of games that are projected to shoot out. I'll have a little exposure to McCoy. I mean, there's another guy that I'm looking at who will probably be, in 100% of all of my lineups. But, and the great part about DJ being out is it kind of creates this whole new roster construction. And so far, what I've seen is I have a lot of money left over at the end of my initial. I mean, I'm talking a lot of money left over, and it's fun, to see how it's all going to change. Now that you can't just stack them in and let it ride. It's.
Well, I kind of hate that a little bit because a lot of people don't like jamming those guys in when the rest of the team doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Which I love because I'll play them and people won't. And I'll still have that floor. But at the same time, now we have, a lot of more salary to adjust and move around with. I mean, at least on FanDuel, it's way easy. I haven't looked at DraftKings.
DraftKings is gold this week. I'm excited.
I've heard other people say it's not as easy. So I don't know. Maybe you're looking at certain other things that you like way more than
some
other
of
people.
these other games.
So yeah, exactly. We'll get into these other games later, but I'm not in love that I need to have 3 players from each team on those big. I have better spots that I like way more personally, and it has made my lineup building not hard at all to do. Right. So if me and you are the only ones doing that, and I feel comfortable, and I'm okay because you know how much of the field's gonna have the Green Bay, Atlanta guys, and yes, sprinkle them in and have your fair share of lineups with them. But there are other good spots here, and just don't avoid them completely. It makes your life a lot easier. So
how about the other side of the ball? McCaffrey got a nice volume of touches. They showed that they wanted to play him and use him, but then you got Jay Stu behind him. I like him this week. I think he's going to be the one that's going to get those touchdowns. I'm not going to play him in cash, but in a nice GPP, he might be an option. If you want to get some exposure to this game, I like McCaffrey too. He's going to get the work inside the 20s, but they used him, and I think
I think I think we're gonna like McCaffrey more when we're expecting Carolina to be down, just because he has the passing catch ability,
right?
But
I think this is the last week we're gonna see. We're gonna want to play McCaffrey before he becomes chalky. I think we're gonna.
I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him. I have no interest, honestly. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see him going crazy in this game either. Maybe. And you like Stewart. I don't. it's a 50-50 committee over there, and I don't love that.
Yeah, but give me the guy that has a higher, especially for you and FanDuel. Give me in the end zone.
Well, yeah, Yeah, I'll take Stewart over McCaffrey, but I'm not gonna play Stewart over the guys. There's so many good places.
No.
So yeah, GPP, maybe you want to do that, but I still don't think, even if he scores 2 touchdowns, that's him.
Are you looking at? I'm not looking at any of the wide receivers really too much here. Maybe Kelvin in a GPP.
Kelvin does
He's got a great matchup. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, he does have a great matchup against the cornerback. That might be my only reason for playing him, but I'll probably be way under the field compared to owning him. Like, I'll probably have like a couple, 2-3 teams.
Like you said before, Clay, he's still cheap. If I'm looking for a cheap tight end, he'll probably be one of the guys I'm looking at towards the bottom. If I'm not paying up for Gronk this week, and then maybe Carolina's defense, but still, I don't like taking defenses against guys that run. I know it's just tough to contain, and obviously they're probably better at containing most running quarterbacks because they've had to deal with Cam in practice. But I don't even think this is where I'm going to go. They're both kind of, the Bills' defense is no, Panthers are high price for me.
I'm not really interested in this game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot to talk about, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to put yourself there, and there's no. Most people won't.
Yeah, I want to see Carolina do it. They didn't really impress me much against the Niners last week, so I kind of and you should be killing the Niners. So,
well, I was watching the Niners a little bit, the game, and that defense might. I don't think it'll be great, but it's better. A little bit.
Sure. It
had to
have been.
They while I was watching the game, they kind of like, all right, they're going to pass rush. Oh, all right. Like, they're not just rolling over. Maybe it's just a week 1 thing.
Right.
And everyone's coming in play.
And that's a lot of it had to do with the offensive line play week 1. They still need time to get. Yeah, that's why you didn't see a lot of scoring and stuff. So that's why we're in week 2. They got to get better. All right.
Hopefully.
All right, well, let's move on. Our next game is Arizona at Indianapolis. You're so excited about this one. I can't wait to hear your take. Dope. We have a 44 total. We have Arizona at 25 and 7.75. And Indianapolis is 18-25. Go ahead, because I don't know what's good about this game.
So obviously we're not playing.
Please tell me you're taking Carson Palmer again.
I am going.
I want to take your money. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You're messed up. You're messed up. I'm sorry, and he looked terrible. I agree. He looked terrible. But like, Detroit's defensive line isn't bad.
I know. It's too good to be true. Indianapolis is too good to be true, right? And he's gonna hit you. He can't throw the ball more than 20 or hit one good ball. Yes, it does.
Because no one can stop any of the wide receivers. They're going to be so open. His duck reaches them, and they can do stuff. I'm sorry. I believe, and I don't even want to play him so much, but I'm going to have some exposure to him. And yes, it's because it's the Colts, but Fitzgerald is going to be fed. They're not going to run the ball really. They were actually looking better.
Yeah, right. I'm not telling.
No
running backs in this game.
No running backs.
Any running back.
You don't know who they're going to use.
None.
You don't know what's going to happen. You're going after the wide receivers and Carson Palmer. And
there's one wide receiver. You're going after one wide receiver.
Okay, so right now, yes, but Nelson looked good in his garbage time, whatever. But they're going to probably have to throw to him. They're going to have to throw to him and Brown. And supposedly Brown is dealing with something again, so he might not. I don't know. It's early. But if he doesn't play, Nelson's a great play. They're going to throw a lot.
Yeah.
And that defense is disgustingly terrible. So just like Todd Gurley was played last week against this terrible freaking team.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, right.
Carson Palmer should be played against this team and this team alone and never talked about again, and we won't play him again. But in this matchup, do it. And whatever, if he sucks, it was the best spot. You'll never play him again. And whatever, you'll deal with it. You're not doing this in cash, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
if that's the case, I'll take a look. Jermaine got in the end zone last week. I loved using him last year for some
but
reason.
he's questionable too now.
Yeah,
they're all dealing with shit.
Yeah,
so,
I don't.
I'm in love with Nelson. Like, if he gets to play, oh my God, I'm gonna have him everywhere.
Cardinals defense.
Oh hell yeah, Scott Tolzien is terrible. He does we talked about. I'm a Jets fan. Mark Sanchez, Tim Tebow. I would love for them to be on this team. They would be competitive. This guy is just trash.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to have a black marker, on his head after he's been drunk after a night. Just trash on top of his forehead.
All right.
And the backup's not going to help them, so I love their defense.
Nothing's going to help them.
They're my top defense this week. Obviously, for the price, no. But overall, they are my top defense.
All right. Let's go to the next game. We have Tennessee at Jacksonville, 43 total. Tennessee, at the time that I wrote this down, was favored. I know the line's been moving around, but they have a team total
They're still favored by
22.25. Yeah, Jacksonville's at 20.75. I think it's a sucker bet. I think Tennessee wins. You think Jacksonville?
That's fine.
Good?
Their defense is.
You think they're this good? How is that game going tonight in Houston? They're not good. They're not a good team. Defense is good, but they don't got the Blake Bortles now.
Yeah. Okay. Continue. Go ahead.
I'm totally gonna stack this game with Blake Bortles.
What?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I'll have one lineup because there's a chance. This Tennessee's defense, their secondary sucks. Still.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So if there's one,
their front's good. They're gonna get pressure, and
right,
I disagree with you completely.
I think
Go ahead.
if there's a shot, right? Blake Bortles, look, he could go 250, 300, and 3 touchdowns, and maybe 1 interception, right? If it's only 1 interception, we could be okay. We could live with it.
This is like you wanting to win the lotto.
That's what this is.
No, look, this is way better odds. No, keep going. Go ahead.
We've seen Hearns and Lee do things before. I know Bortles sucks, but look, we've seen game script before. We know Tennessee can put up points. I don't think. Look, they could just hand this off to Fournette all day and do it, but we know Tennessee's good at a run defense. If they're down, they're going to have to throw the ball. I think there's a chance that Hearns and Lee can maybe have a okay game. Look, on the off chance that it hits and blows up,
all right.
I'll be the only person that has it.
Maybe. If you're playing 150 lineups, maybe
sure.
2. Maybe 2. But 2 out of 150, that tells you how much I hate them. I should say 0. Look, their defense, if anything, is going to keep them in the game. But on the other side, like you said, they're going to have to throw, and he's not going to have time. I don't believe he's going to have time. He's going to get pressured. He's going to get sacked. And I would take Tennessee's defense as another sneaky defense.
No, that's
and I have
they're
no
a little
care
expensive
in the world.
too, but sure.
I have no care in the world for anyone in Jacksonville. I'm sorry. I don't. I fucking hate it.
What about Tennessee's side? Do you have any interest in? I don't want to play the running backs. I love DeMarco.
No, Delaney's the only guy.
Sure.
Delaney. That's it.
Sure. I can see Richard being sneaky, getting the end zone, another FanDuel play. He's gonna. I know, but he still had 9 targets in this offense. We were wondering how these targets were going to be spread out last week. They all got their fair share. And I know the matchup was against the high octane, crazy total, but still 9 targets, 5 catches, 71 yards. That's what you want to see out of someone. And now if he hits pay dirt, you're in great territory. I'll take a steady 12 points from who I think is going to be his number 1 wide receiver.
I don't, but their corners are too good that I think and with the pressure they're going to get, I believe it's going to be Walker who sees 9 targets to 12, 13 targets this week. and they'll probably pull out the win. So I actually like
Yeah, but Walker's always going to have 9 targets. I'm not.
Yeah, but I
about
think
that.
they're going to be converted more this week just because
Sure.
they're not as good as defending the tight end as they are with the wide receivers. And, like, I love Matthews. I do. I actually like him a lot. I just don't think he is good enough to go up against these great corners. So,
Right. All right. Let's go to the next game. We have Philadelphia at Kansas City. Finally, something that has a decent point total. We have Kansas City favored 26, Philadelphia 21.5. Where are we going?
Okay.
I mean, Alex Smith did it like he always does it. Week 1, we're not going back. This defense is going to be good enough to contain Alex Smith. It has to be. I mean,
well, the
no
real
way.
Slim Shady, please stand up,
Yeah.
is what they should be playing for him.
Right.
Because that is not the guy he is. Look, I don't believe it. And if he shows us for 2-3 more weeks, then fine, you gotta believe it.
Sure.
But until that happens, I'm sticking to he can't throw the field down the ball. I'm thinking New England's defense is shit now. Maybe they just were unprepared, but I'm pretty sure they were bad against the pass last year too, I believe.
They were, yeah, and what we're gonna talk about right now, which is, Kareem Hunt. I don't like him this matchup. I think he's gonna be super chalk. I think most of that came off of 175-yard catch and touchdown, and you can't predict that or think that's going to happen. So I'm glad to let everyone have Hunt this week. There's so many better options.
Yep.
That I don't think he's in play. The only person on Kansas City side I think is Reek. He's got a good matchup in the secondary.
Yeah.
And probably Ertz now that Peters is out. He's the one that kind of handled the Gronks, those big tight ends,
Yeah.
And I think he got so much volume. He's a good look, as anyone is. His price got inflated. I still don't like paying up for tight end too much, but if I was going to, he'd probably be the one. He's still cheaper than... He's still cheap. Walker? Oh, no. Delaney's still cheaper. So, that matchup's tougher. I'll probably go...
Delaney's cheaper than him? Yeah. He's cheaper than Walker, or Walker's cheaper?
Walker's cheaper than Ertz.
I gotta go. I don't know. I think I'd take Walker, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just... Yeah,
I mean, I probably won't because I'm trying to fit other plays in, but...
Yeah, I don't think you're going to pay up there.
Yeah. I didn't think we learned anything about the running game from Philly. I like Carson Wentz soon. I don't know if this is the matchup for him, but he showed us, I think he's ready to keep going forward in his progression. I think Aguilar could be sneaky in this spot.
Yeah, maybe
people aren't going to be on him still. Maybe.
I don't love him, but I am going to throw him in a few lineups. I think if he is actually what he showed week 1, he can get a lot of things done for them. I don't love... Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much in this to really...
He's whatever. Yeah.
Right, I'm not really trying to
This is another game I'm not going... Like, if anyone, it's going to be Hill on Kansas City. Like,
okay.
He has that explosion factor you need in GPPs.
Yeah. Now, our next game, which is projected to be the highest total game, the one that I'm interested to hear your take on. We have New England at New Orleans. 54 over under. We have New England at 35.25 and New Orleans at 23.75. We probably can spend 30 minutes talking about this game alone. Tom Brady is probably my number 1 quarterback this week. Drew Brees is definitely my contrarian play, though. I think in that dome, people are going to see what happened last week. It's a short week with Drew Brees, but we just saw what Alex Smith did to that defense. Drew Brees can do it too. I think his ownership's not going to be high. He's got he's Drew Brees, and they're playing in Coors Field, basically. I don't. Oh God, there's so much. I love this game. I can't wait to. There's a couple obviously on the slate, and again, people are going to attack this game a lot. So we have to pick and choose who we're playing. Be smart about it. If you're in a cash game, play your guys. But if you're in a GPP, look at your Kamaras. I mean, he's basically that Hunt role in New Orleans offense.
Yeah. I'm not.
Look at Kamara. James White is another pick that I don't think a lot of people are going to be on. They're going to.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. Like, Gillislee, I think is the place though. Saints are bad everywhere. Yeah. Like, they can run on them, they can pass on them. So there's no reason why, like, James White here, like, they're just gonna hand the ball off. He's gonna get 5 yards. Like, I'm talking about Gillislee. Like, it's such a good spot. Like, I love all New England. Like,
sure,
I love Brady. I love Gillislee. I love the kicker, Fandle, but he's expensive. You probably don't want to pay that unless you're building GPP lineups. That's fine. But I don't. The people I don't like. Well, I like Cooks, but that's it. I don't like Hogan. Everyone loves. Hogan.
No,
he's getting all this attention.
No, I am on Hogan. Love Hogan.
Okay.
Love Hogan. I think he's going to be under-owned because he got burned people this first week. He's going to play that slot role. He's going to be that Danny Amendola, Wes Welker.
Because Amendola was playing the slot role.
Right.
So
but now if he's out and he's hurt, then he's going to have to jump in there. Fine. And they don't have any wide receivers anymore. They're all on IR. They. Okay,
so then that's why I can like. That's why I can like White. Because then they'll push him out there. But White would probably take over in the slot position because they have no more wide receivers. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's something Belichick would probably do.
So then I can literally live with Gillislee and White. Literally can live with both. But I literally hate Hogan. Everyone loves this guy. He's terrible.
I love him.
He gets no separation from anybody. He's just a guy who's fast. That's it. So it's really easy. Like, and he's not like Deshaun Jackson fast, like quickness. He's just straight away fast. All you gotta do is take that away. He's terrible. I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. Whatever. He's probably gonna score 3 touchdowns now. So fuck me. But I hate him. There's a team that I don't play. It's Gurley, it's Hogan, it's Ebron. Like, I have these guys I don't play because they're just fucking terrible. Okay? Yeah. They're just terrible. Don't talk to me about them because it makes me upset. You're making me upset.
What about on the New Orleans side? Are we looking at any? I mean, they're going to shut down Thomas. They know how to take away that one guy. I think they're going to shut him down.
Coleman, Fleener. If I'm looking there, like, they're going to score points. So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Is this a Mark Ingram 3 touchdown game? I think he had 5 catches for 50-something yards out of the backfield. He could be a play too.
I mean,
you're gonna score points. I just don't like. I can't.
But here's my thing: like, I
can't do it.
I hate Fleener too.
I'll never be able to do it.
With other options,
so gross.
I would go, I guess, Coleman.
Maybe Fleener. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm going to stack Drew Brees and Kobe Fleener.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, who are you gonna target? Like, if Cooks is not gonna be in the equation, and I most likely am just gonna put Cooks in because I don't care. Like, everyone else is terrible. Like, Ginn, again, same thing as Hogan, just a little bit better at going along. Like, whatever, he's terrible. And Coleman, whatever, like, he's nothing. He might be a little value for here. Like, this might be the spot to play him, but
Yeah.
this team has such a high total.
Gronk,
I don't think they're going to score it.
You playing Gronk?
They don't even have a high total. I'm actually all on the New England side. I am not on maybe Drew Brees alone, but no, I hate him. Gronk, am I playing Gronk? If I can afford Gronk, yes. Which means I can't afford him, so no. Because building cash games, that's not going to happen. So
Right.
GPP, though, definitely should be in a lot of your GPP lineups.
Yeah. If you can fit him in, I mean, it's nice not having DJ anymore. Let's go to the next game. We have Minnesota at Pittsburgh, which now all of a sudden I think might shoot out somehow. 45.5 total. Pittsburgh 75.75 and Minnesota 19.75. When this first came out, I figured Pittsburgh's going to lose after watching Minnesota play. I've been listening and researching, and now all of a sudden I feel like this is going to hit the over, and it's going to be a free-for-all. I think it's a sneaky stack. I think people are going to be on New Orleans and New England and
Atlanta,
Packers
Green
and
Bay.
Atlanta. But I think it's sneaky. I'm not really playing the quarterbacks here. I don't know if Sam Bradford's going to have the time that he did this week, last week, to be able to move the ball around.
Yeah.
And I think Minnesota's defense is good enough to maybe chill out Ben Roethlisberger enough. I think it's all yards. I don't know how many touchdowns are scored in this game.
I don't mind.
In a way, I don't know where the touchdowns are coming from. It's gonna, Jesse James 4 touchdowns this week. Why not?
Yeah, like I'm thinking about playing him in my GPP.
Are you looking at Bell? That's the number one.
Yeah,
because I've had
Look, you always look at Bell. Like, this isn't like Minnesota's defense is good, but like he's should get his work. Like, I'm not. Last week was okay. Like, he disappointed people.
Against
this
the
is a perfect spot.
Against
Yeah,
the
but
Browns.
they're better. I can't wait till we're going, oh, the Browns are in the top 10 defense. The run stopping, and everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, they were the Browns the first 2 weeks, and everyone's like, oh, we have to play everyone against them. No, like, they got better, and maybe it was just a 1 week thing, fine. But I'm sorry, when you stop the Steelers, Le'Veon Bell, like, Antonio Brown's the only one who really did anything.
Right.
And like, Roethlisberger had an okay game. So that's telling me the air is more of the problem, not the ground. So I am not trying to go at the Browns, whatever. We talked about that. But Le'Veon Bell should be okay.
Cook?
I think he'll be okay. No. Steelers defense was decent. Like, they stopped Crowell.
Yeah. I want to see. Look, Cook could be one of those guys in a couple of weeks where, trying to fit him in too.
No, I like him a lot. I watched the game, and he was impressive.
But I think he's going to be chalky.
Well, I'm glad not to ride that chalk. That's why would he be chalky? That doesn't even make sense to me.
I think people saw it Monday night and they're gonna want to jump on it, and
whatever. Hopefully they do, because I can
just see. I just feel I'm not gonna be on him too much. I might have a lineup or two, or a stack.
Le'Veon Bell is a good GPP play this week. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, I would agree. I think people are going to be off.
I'm going to have him like 50% of my lineups because he's probably going to be at like 30, 20.
Less.
And that might be less.
Less.
Percent owned, he'll probably be less than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably be.
Everyone's going to pay up for Antonio this week.
Really?
Absolutely.
Isn't Julio the guy this week?
No. At this matchup, people are if they're gonna pay up. Look, I think Julio is the number one play on the board across
by far.
But
for me.
But I think people would rather pay for Antonio Brown, and that might make Brown even a better look at. If you're trying to be contrarian against Julio, I know he's great.
Sure,
you gotta play him. But
no, but here's my thing: Minnesota, that's their strength, the passing. Antonio Brown could beat anyone.
Matchup proof.
Sure, but his ceiling isn't as high. That's my point.
I think it's higher.
No, it's not.
Sure. Absolutely.
Why? How are you saying
look at what he did last week. They couldn't do anything on the. Everyone knew the ball was going to Antonio Brown. 11 for 11. Everyone knew
that's not true.
He was getting the ball and he caught it every single time.
That's not true. They still had Martavius Bryant. Right?
But it doesn't matter. You knew it was going to him.
No, you didn't, because you had Bell. You had
doing nothing.
You had. And guess who did something? The freaking tight end when they weren't paying attention to it. So my whole point is that they have weapons there. It's not that simple. And they're going to, I'm sure the good defense that they are going to shut Brown down. So I'm like not even down. Like he can still have a decent game. I just don't think it's the game you're paying up for over Julio, over some of these other guys that are way less. So I'm going to probably have like 10% of Antonio Brown.
Sure.
Like it is what it is.
How about on the other side? Are you picking Diggs or Thielen?
Both. I love these guys. I
love Thielen this week. He's going to be in every single lineup I have. The Steelers are notoriously horrible. Look a la Julian Edelman and Chris Hogan against us in the AFC Championship last year. We cannot defend the slot, and I think Thielen's going to go nuts. If he gets time, I think that's where,
Okay.
And then Rudolph will catch 2 touchdowns.
Okay, so I'm looking at the cornerback matchups right now, and he does get a high increase against Mike Hilton, and so does Diggs against Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden isn't good anymore.
Stop. You stop. You stop talking right now.
You're
the savior of everything.
Okay.
Of everything.
If everyone doesn't know, he's a Pittsburgh fan, so he doesn't want to hear this. I'm a Jets fan who understands the reality. He can't. So, I like both of these guys, and I think that line will give them time. So, they are favorites. I still like the volume for those guys. I think they're going to be stopping the run. So, how Denver's a funnel defense for running backs because they can't stop they stop the wideouts. They just give it to the running back and go, let's take what we can get.
Yeah.
And I think the Vikings are becoming almost in that same weird way, the same type of defense. So I just think they're going to – I'm sorry. Did I say the Vikings? The Steelers. They're not great at stopping the run, but they're above average. And as long as they do that, they're going to be forced to throw the ball.
Sure.
I just think I think they're still going to get theirs. On PPR sites like DraftKings, I love them way more because I think their touchdown upside is limited here.
Okay.
But, for you, I don't mind. Yeah, exactly. Thielen, in your cash games, that's definitely not a bad call. But for me, it probably just he gets pushed down because of so much touchdown dependency on FanDuel.
All right. You got anything else? I'm pretty...
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Next game we have is Chicago at Tampa Bay with a total of 44. Tampa Bay is favored with a team total of 25. Chicago at 19. I think there are only 3 things to talk about here. I'm not playing anyone in Chicago. Don't want to play. No. I'm not really playing anyone in Chicago. I think the only person I like from Tampa Bay is Jackson. And the only other person I like from Tampa Bay is Cameron Brate.
That's the tight end this week.
Bingo. I have him everywhere.
Everywhere. I hope no one cares. No one knows because they didn't play. He is the guy in all my lineups.
Yes. I'm very worried. I don't really want to play Tampa Bay much or Miami. Everything that happened last week is a lot, and they didn't get to play, so they might have the same offensive line issues that every other team had their first week.
Sure.
I think, we've seen Chicago for over a year almost shut down number one wide receivers, let everyone else have Mike Evans. That's fine.
Yep.
Jackson is a okay GPP play, but I didn't see him last week, and that's why I don't know if I can pull the trigger on him. He makes me nervous. Brait makes me nervous too. Yeah. They haven't played. They haven't played in 3 weeks.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
So they're rested.
Even
they're
Chicago
way more rested.
almost beat Atlanta. But
True.
Do you have any interest in anyone in this game other than those two? All right.
There's really... Yeah, I don't like them at all.
Tampa Bay defense. Right,
yeah.
Glennon? I mean, we could play Narrative Street for an hour or two, but nah, I'm okay with that.
Just give me some, what's his name? Brait and some Deshaun Jackson GPP.
Any interest in Cohen? I mean,
I think people might go to him now because of his first week, and he might, you know what? Yeah, I have interest.
Look, at the beginning of today, Jordan Howard was listed as questionable in practice. If by some reason Cohen's going to get a full workload, maybe. So keep that on your radar.
Well, I like him more on your site.
Right, of course.
But, yeah, if he's going to be the featured back 100%, I'm going to have 30, 40%,
sure.
30%. But, again, that defense isn't bad, and there's no reason to squeeze him in. But in PPR, if he's catching 7-8 balls out of the backfield, and if he gets lucky and breaks away or whatever, that's a big day for him, and he's probably still cheap. I don't know. I haven't checked.
He's 41.
I feel like people are just going to be on top of him now because of the week he had. You know how that goes. Week 1.
Yeah.
Oh, Cohen. Yeah, he's not this big guy. I love his talent. I love his athleticism. I don't think it's the spot to go after him.
All right. So the next game we have is that other team that didn't play last week. We have Miami at the Los Angeles Chargers. Still weird to say. I'll get it down in a year. 45 total with I want to say Clippers. With the Chargers 24.75, Miami 20.25. Give me as much Melvin Gordon as I can handle, Justin. I want him everywhere. He is my number one, numero uno running back play of the week this week.
Really?
Next to someone else, but we'll get to them in a little bit. Yes, I love Melvin Gordon. He's going to get all the work. This Miami defense is not good against the run, and it goes against 3 tiers. They are starting a rookie running back, linebacker, right behind Sue, and they're going to attack. I just love this matchup. I think this is the stack of the week. You got to stack the Chargers. I mean, they ate Miami alive last year, and I think they're going to eat Miami again this year. Miami has to fly all the way to Los Angeles. Give me Rivers. Give me Williams, because I think everyone's going to be on Keenan Allen this week. And they have an issue with those big wide receivers. Williams ate for him last year, and I think they could do it. He can do it again. You can give me Keenan Allen too if you want to do everybody. Just put the whole offense in except for the. You know what? You could even now on FanDuel you could put Gates because you need that touchdown, and I think this is where it happens. But
okay.
Yeah, no, I think, and then after that you put their defense in because I think they're the best point per dollar defense.
Okay.
Give me Jay Cutler trying to chuck the ball, gunsling to Devontae Parker. Give me two pick sixes. We're not in the bowl calls yet, but
well, is that it?
Yeah, you like Jay?
I like Jay Ajayi. Maybe more than I should. It's just because there's no competition in the backfield for him. So he's guaranteed almost 20 touches. Now, if game script doesn't flow his way, that kind of sucks. But I still think he's viable. Like, they want to run things through him. They're not trying to throw that much. I know Jay Cutler is a dickhead and just does what he wants, but at the same time, like, I think this whole new the team, the coaching staff, everyone, like, we're giving him the ball 25 times a game. So, number one, that might limit the Chargers guys because they're not going to have the ball that much. This is what I'm thinking is going to happen.
Sure.
And like,
you
yeah,
got to rain on
Allen.
my parade. I was so excited.
I know you like. No.
Whatever.
Oh, Allen, he's getting the target, so we love that.
But I think he's going to be chalk. Like, I think he's safe for cash. He's safe for cash. I think he's going to get his targets.
Like, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gives you only 7 points, like on FanDuel for me. Like, 7 points, and I'm going to be like... And you don't hate 7 points, but you're wanting, like, 12.
Right.
You know? You're looking for 12, 14.
Yeah, you're looking for those touchdowns.
So, it's just... oh, my God. They're projected to score 25 and a half almost, so...
Yeah. You know, and I think... The only other sneaky play from Miami might be Julius Thomas. But again, we didn't see any on. Like, I don't know. They're going to try to force feed. Cutler's going to try to force feed Parker the ball.
I think Landry's the play this week.
I do too.
Maybe Landry's the play.
If you're gonna play anyone, if you're gonna stack this game and have a wide receiver on the other side, I think Landry's the way to go.
Like, they're gonna
maybe even Stills if you're crazy.
Yeah, but Landry's a slot receiver. Correct? I know that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have Jay Cutler doesn't like him, so he's not going to throw him the ball.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, this is the problem. Okay, so fine. He doesn't like him, and he has a freaking dumbass brain, so he won't throw to the guy who's open in the middle every time if that's how he wants to continue his career and just be freaking Jay Cutler.
His career. I don't even know why he's there. All right.
So,
is there anyone else to talk about here?
I hate this game. It's gonna cost me money.
I love this game. It's gonna win me money.
You're gonna win some money.
I hope so.
And then, no, I guarantee you, it's gonna be like tonight's game too. It's gonna be Ajayi scores 1 touchdown with like 80 yards. Okay, great. That's a good game. We'll take it. And then Phillip Rivers throws 2 touchdowns, 1 to Keenan Allen, but that's all he has. And he has he's gonna pay off his salary. So Keenan Allen, cash game. Viable, fine. And then the whole game is just going to be shit. And everyone's going to be like, I thought there was supposed to be points here.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I hate it.
All right. The next game we have is your New York Jets at the Oakland Raiders. It doesn't matter about the numbers. We're not playing anyone on the Jets. Do we like Beast Mode this week?
Yes, I'm all in. I don't care what anyone says. He can't catch a ball. I don't give a shit. He's going to run in 3. Get him in your lineups. That's it. That's my advice.
Do we think Carr is cash game playable?
Yes.
Interesting.
He is. I like Matt Ryan more, but I like Matt Ryan, Rodgers, then Carr. But yeah.
Do we like Curse? 9 targets, 7 receptions. They're going to be down. Oakland's defense. No, we're not going here. I don't have the time to talk about this. We're not going
it doesn't matter.
Cooper,
here's the
Crabtree.
thing. You want what?
Cooper Crabtree.
Cooper Crabtree. Play them both. I like Crabtree a little more this week. And yeah, I don't care, Jermaine Kearse. He's gonna see 12 targets and catch 4, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right.
It's nonsense. I can't wait to watch this game and kill myself. I'm gonna be winning the money though. I'm gonna be winning the money, so that's fine.
The next matchup we have is Dallas at Denver. I don't know where the 43 is the total. Dallas is 22.5. Denver is 20.5. Give me Zeke. He's my number 3 running back. I think the volume and what Melvin Gordon was able to do, I think everyone's going to be off of him. He did it against a Giants touted defense that was great. The way to attack Denver is through the ground. You cannot really throw well against them. Zeke. It's going to be all Zeke. And more Zeke.
Now,
I think he's got 50 touches.
Are you playing Zeke over everyone?
I am creating a new fit them in lineup. It's all new. It's no more Bell DJ. It's Gordon Zeke.
Well, I'm talking cash. Are you fitting him in cash?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, man. Yo, this is not having to pay $18,000 for 2 people opens everything up.
So you wouldn't rather? I mean, he's cheaper than Le'Veon, but you wouldn't pick Le'Veon?
I don't want him in the matchup. Okay. I think this is better, and people are going to be off of him, and I can fit so much more in because of it.
Okay, so he's your number one. He's your number one.
No, Gordon's my number 1.
All right. So.
Okay, he's not my number 1. We haven't gotten to my number 1. He's my number 3.
Okay.
He's my number 3, but I'll even play him in GPPs because I don't think anyone's going to be on him.
Well, GPPs, I'll play him more, exactly.
But I'll play him in cash. I think he's going to get the work.
You're right.
Even Melvin Gordon got the work. And I'm
so stubborn. I don't want to play him.
He caught 5 for 5 for 36. On my site, that's great. For him to catch another 8 points from the passing game, yeah, sure. Okay. Thanks. Give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't like anything on the Denver side.
I don't mind Thomas and Sanders this week. Obviously, I'm not going to go there, and I'll have very little exposure to them in GPP, but I'm still going to have a little bit of exposure. But, yeah, that's their weakest point, the Cowboys. Sure. We couldn't see that with the Giants because the Giants are just terrible, and their offensive line is just shit. But that's how you're going to beat them is through the air. So I don't mind these guys. I think they're going to be okay this week.
Yeah.
And Dan Bailey on your fucking kicker sites.
Sure. All right. Anything else for this game? I don't.
No Witten. I don't. Nah, nothing.
Nah, I'm not. Right. All right. The next game we have is Washington at the Rams. 46 over under. We have LA at 24.25. Washington at 21.75. I'm interested in this game. I think this is another maybe stackable, no one's going to have stack if you're looking at the Rams. I think Goff might be an interesting play if you're trying to bail out on quarterback. I don't love it, but I think it's an option. The only problem is the only one I want to pair him with is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, if Norman's shadowing Watkins, then Kupp is the immediate play. I hate myself for even saying this, but maybe Gurley catches a lot of balls. I'm not playing him.
No, you're right, maybe.
No, but I'm not going to play him on FanDuel.
The Kupp.
In PPR, it's going to be Kupp and Gurley that are catching most of the balls. Woods you could play if you really want to play him. I just don't, so whatever. It's Goff, it's Kupp, and it's Gurley on DraftKings.
Right.
But here, Gurley's not going to be on, and here's an opportunity on PPR site to go. Okay, he might be under 5% owned. I don't think anyone has talked about him.
Yeah.
I hate him, and I don't want to play him. But you definitely should get a little bit of him because they're going to have to throw the ball. And
no, don't listen to him. Do not take any Todd Gurley. Stop it. There's too many good running backs. We haven't even gotten to half of them
I'm
yet.
talking only GP.
No.
Obviously, okay.
No.
I always specify, but is that he's that 0.5%?
You stick with Larry Fitzgerald, and you stop telling these people to take Todd Gurley.
Oh my God. I never say take Todd Gurley. He's shit. But if they're going to stop the run and he can't carry it anyway, the only way he's going to get open is in the middle of the field with a
We're talking
pass
that's
catch.
enough. No more Todd Gurley. We get it. Okay, you can if you wanna.
I hope he goes off.
Oh God. Get out of town. I do think Washington is also sneaky. If Cousins is gonna play well, I wouldn't be scared to use Jordan Reed this week. Not scared. I wouldn't be scared to use Jordan Reed. They're gonna come back, and I wouldn't be scared to go back to Pryor. He had.
Yeah, I am.
He had 11.
The worst
targets.
game.
He still had 6 catches and 66 yards, and a lot of it was on him. There was a lot of drop balls, and that's fine. Look,
it doesn't get better.
It gets
worse.
better.
The matchup's worse.
Better. The matchup's worse. It is?
Okay.
In Philadelphia?
No, worse as in it's not good enough for him. It's not a great spot for him.
Yeah, but I think everyone's going to be off him. I'm not talking about cash. I'm talking about GPP.
Okay,
strictly.
so now if I'm talking about Gurley in the GPP, then if you're saying Pryor, then this is the same bullshit. Like, there's no reason you should be playing him.
No, but I think if you want a sneaky stack, I think a Cousins, Pryor, Reed stack might be intriguing.
I think it'll just throw away your money. So how about that?
It's fine. Do you have any other plays here? Maybe the Rams.
No, shut up. Get up.
The Rams I think that's a decent play.
Yes, that's viable in GPP's lower owned this week.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Our second to last game is San Francisco at Seattle. We have 43 over-under. Seattle does have a very high team total at 28. San Francisco has 15. Yep. San Francisco click. No. I really love Hyde.
Hyde.
Forward,
that's it.
But not this week.
I like Hyde.
Yeah, but not this week.
I don't mind him. Why
this
not?
week?
I don't mind him.
Yeah?
GPPs.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially for you over there. He'll catch some passes.
Yeah. He'll be low owned. Don't talk me onto Carlos Hyde. Blah, blah. I'm not excited about Garcon this week, but I do like him in the future.
I'd rather Hyde over Stewart. That's how much I think he can actually be, like, serviceable. And I don't... So, again,
I just told
like,
you not
we're
to talk
talking...
me on the Hyde. What are you doing?
You have to talk
play
about
Hyde
it.
now.
Kyle Shanahan loves the running back, right?
Right. All right.
This is how you beat the Seahawks. Now, if they're just incompetent and Hoyer doesn't do what he should and go over the middle and throw it to his running back, then whatever. I just think Hoyer is decent enough to be able to do that. And I think Hyde is going to be low owned and he could actually score you a decent amount that no one's going to have. Saying that, I'm not going to be taking a lot of him. Maybe, again, 1 or 2 teams. But I still think he should be talked about.
What about on Seattle's side? Are we looking at a bounce back for Russell?
Yes, and Doug Baldwin as well.
That's it.
I'll take a chance on Graham too. But those 3 guys are the guys I'm looking at. But I don't even really like Graham so much. But
no, I'm paying down. If I'm not paying for Gronk, I'm paying down. Give me Bray.
Yeah.
Now give me who was 31. I don't even remember all the tight ends that I was looking at. Give me Fleener. You're such an ass.
See, this is my point.
I'd even take Jared Cook. Like, cheap. Give me pay down this week, folks. Don't if you're not going Gronk, and it's not a GPP because, like I said, maybe Reed or it's. But nah, bye.
These are the 2 guys.
I don't want Graham.
All right.
Maybe
I
Graham.
I agree with you for the most part, but the only 2 I'm really taking into consideration this week at tight end are Bray and Rudolph. I don't even like
Clay. I
if
like
you're
Clay too. I'll go back to the well.
fine.
He's the
that's
only
fine.
one there. He's the only one there.
Yeah, but they're not that whole game is going to be in the middle of the field, I feel.
I'll
I
take
think.
yards.
That's terrible. That's just I mean, whatever. Jesse James, if he didn't get priced up, right? Because if you're punting, I'd rather go him than
he's
anyone
more
else.
expensive than he was last
Yeah, but
week.
what's more expensive? Like, is he still?
He was $2,500 last week,
and now
he
is he at Clay's price?
He is now, yes.
Okay, so I will take him.
No, he's $200 more than Clay.
I'll still take him.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
At
Do
least
not start Jesse James.
For me, I'll do it because
Jesse
the touchdowns matter. And obviously, Ben's like,
true.
hey, this guy's catching the ball, and he's safety in here when everyone else is Brown and Le'Veon. Yeah.
All right. Enough with tight ends. Our final game, now that we're almost done, we have Green Bay at Atlanta, 53.5 total, with Atlanta getting 28, Green Bay getting 25.5. This is why I'm playing the 5-game afternoon only slate, because I don't want to have to worry about this game.
Why not? This is a great game.
It's going to be so chalky. So chalky. We're going to spend 10 minutes probably talking about this. It's going to be amazing. I love this matchup so much. We are talking about the number 1 point per play guy this week, and it is going to be Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, that's easy.
Absolutely. He's definitely my number 1. He's going to be chalk. He's going to be high owned, but you know what? Give it to me. You want to be?
I think I'm going to be
either over
100%.
I think I am too. 100. And you either want to be above the chalk or below the chalk. I'm going to be above the chalk here. Never be in line with the chalk. You never want to be with that 30%. Normally is my kind of way of thinking, but this is a scenario where I'll be the chalk. Who are liking at quarterback? Which one are you taking?
Both, but if I had to pick between the two, I am going all Matt Ryan here.
Me too. No, I agree. I love Rodgers. I'll have a little bit of Rodgers because you got to hedge your bet.
I'm gonna have him a lot. I still like
him. In a max 3 GPP, I'll have the same stack twice. One with Matt, one with Aaron.
Yep. I already did it.
Yeah.
Already did it.
You know, I like everyone. I like Freeman because I think they're going to want to slow the game down. I like Julio because Green Bay sucks. And Randall, the cornerback he's on, gave up 8 touchdowns last year. Give me Sanu because why the hell not? I'm actually a little off of Cobb. Adams.
I'm not on Cobb either.
I want to be on Adams, but I know Trufant's supposed to be on him. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna have some Adams, but I'm more on Jordy and I'm off Cobb. I'm on actually Martellus Bennett in this match.
As am I.
That's my GPP guy this week. I think he's not gonna be looked at all, and I think they're gonna stop.
And that's what I was saying before with the New England and New Orleans game. You know this game is going to be played. You know it's going to be chalky. There's going to be stacks on it. Pick the ones. You got to find your spots. And I think Bennett is a very good spot here.
I think he's in a good spot here. I like it a lot. Trufant will give trouble to people, whoever he's on. I don't love Cobb that much. So I'm really just looking at Rodgers, Jordy, and Martellus. That's that side for me. I'm gonna have some Adams, and I'm probably not gonna have any Cobb this week, just because I think people are gonna be playing him more because of last week. He had a good game, but I don't know. Like I feel like I might be missing out on some of his stuff too. It's just like you said. I want to pick my spots, and I think I have, and I think I'm happy with that.
All right. Wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be, but. Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty easy.
The other side, Austin Hooper, I'm not playing.
No.
I just think he's gonna get hyped. He's so hyped up.
Yeah, I know he's hyped up. I had him and he helped me win. So
he might get actually more ownership than he deserves. Julio Jones is the top play of the day. That's not even a question for me. If it is a question for anyone else, you should quit DFS. And I love Taylor Gabriel on GPPs.
There you go.
Love him.
That was my bold call.
So Sanu, don't ever say his name to me. He's terrible. Unless you're playing like a 2-game slate.
I don't know. It's a new offensive coordinator. I wouldn't be surprised.
That guy is just, he's so annoying.
Surprised.
Whatever. I'm not doing it. I like Coleman in GPPs. They can't really. The one thing Green Bay can do is stop the run.
Right.
Now Freeman can catch the ball, but
last year they both had touchdowns. They both had the same. They had the same stat line.
Okay, so
they both had touchdowns.
You're gonna pay less for Coleman then, and he's gonna be down on those passing downs when Freeman isn't. So there's more chance of him actually getting the ball in the air where you want to target the running backs here, not on the ground. So I like Coleman more than I like Freeman, and I'm not going to play him in cash, obviously, but I'm going to play him in GPPs a lot. So,
all right, those are the games. Let's do some bold call action. You got one.
Sorry, I just yanked my shit out. Yeah, I've been having to use the bathroom, and I'm sorry for everyone else. That, I've been moving so much, and it's just because I've been having to piss.
So
I've had a couple beers here.
Give us the bold call of the week, because Sammy Coates was great. That worked out really well. But so did
that was me being ridiculous.
Patterson.
Yeah.
At least he got catch.
I made 2 bold calls. And if you remember, the other bold call was that Nelson would go off. He didn't go off, but he did have a decent game. So, my bold call of this week will be that. Why don't you go first? Do you have yours already?
Yeah, but you kind of took mine. I think that Taylor Gabriel has an outside shot of getting 2 touchdowns this week. And then my other one is I think that the Chargers get 2 pick sixes. I think that that is an actual thing that can happen.
Okay. Mine is going to be. Oh man, I want to make it good though. All right, so number 1, like I talked about, I think Taylor Gabriel is a key factor in.
Stop stealing my bold calls.
You didn't say that.
I said Taylor Gabriel is going to have 2 touchdowns this week.
That's what you just said?
That's what I just said. Man, you got to pee.
Yeah, I do have to pee. Okay, well, if John Brown does not play for the Cardinals, I will predict not Larry Fitzgerald, but actually, I'm going to take J.J. Nelson with 2 and Larry Fitzgerald with 2 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay, that's
you heard it here first.
That is.
Heard it here first.
Yep. Okay. Look at that.
Like it.
Fantasy.
They ain't running.
Right there.
They are not running the ball. They are not.
All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for watching today. Follow us on Sports Insider Pro on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, at the bottom of the comment section, please put the game that you will want us to live tweet this week. This is going to be something we're going to start doing this week. And going forward, we're going to pick a game, have you guys pick a game, and we are going just to have fun with it and be assholes to everyone with it. Again, my name is Ryan. That is Justin. And have a good one and make some money, guys.
Take care.